Alright, we got a Whirlpool washer here. It's a Whirlpool top load washer. There you go. See the model number and stuff there. It's a Whirlpool top load washer, and it's leaking water out of the bottom, out from under the bottom of the washer. We've got water leaking, as you can see there. That's why we had to move it outside. I actually had to move it outside, hook the hose up to it to use it temporary till I could get the new pump. So the reason this is leaking out from underneath the washer, and why yours may be also, if we push it back, go ahead and empty it out, turn it off, get your fat thumb out of the way, there you go. That's the electric motor. You can see this one's a few years old, so it's got some dust and debris. But that motor drives a pump, and that pump is what pumps the water out of the tub from that hose and out through the regular drain hose. And what has happened is that pump has a shaft between it there. It's hard to see up in there, but that pump's, there you go, maybe you can see it. The pump's got a shaft in there. It's a plastic shaft. Bushing goes into this pump, and the bushing's out of it. So what happens is when this pump has got the bushing out of it, the water, when it fills up the tub, it just leaks in. It just runs right out of here because the pump is at the bottom of the washer. And washers work by gravity. If you don't keep the drain hose up high, anybody knows the water will run out. If you let the drain hose flat, it just runs the water out. And that's the same way with this pump at the bottom of the tub. It just runs out. And if you got water running out, you can look underneath and see the pump, and you can turn it on and see the water running out. But all you got to do, of course, is let's unplug it. So, because I know there's some electric in there, and then it's real easy to get that pump off. There's a couple of these, which I'll get the wrench for those. But these clips, maybe get it by hand. I had to get a screwdriver. There you go. Okay, these clips, see the nose is beveled. It just clips and snaps right up on that hose, up on that pump. It's got one on this side, and then if you turn it, it goes in the front of this motor, and you can turn it there to lock it in. So that's how the pump is held on. And if we get the top one, there you go, off, and get the top one off, it should just slide off. Of course, it probably won't, since I'm trying to get it done. So let me go ahead, let me pause this, and I'll be right back. Alright, and as you can see, we got the pump off. This is the pump. Just a little piece of plastic. They cost about 50 bucks whole retail. But what happens is this bushing goes out of the center, and it just lets water run all the time. And it just slid off that shaft because of the rust and stuff. It did take a little bit of force to get it off, but it does just slide right off. And then you can see the other clip. And let's get the other pump, and we'll put it back on. And I did have a little bit better success by taking the hoses off before trying to slide the pump off. So go ahead and take your hose clamps off, and let's grab the new pump, and we'll put it back on. Alright, here you can see our new pump. It's the same as the old pump, just new, and hopefully doesn't leak right here. So we're going to snap it back in there and hook it back up, and we should be good to go. I brought a light. See the shaft, and that's why we had a little trouble getting it off. See how much it was rusting. It's been leaking for quite a while, obviously, so that's why the shaft's rusted. That's why it took a little bit of pressure to get off. So we'll just snap it back on. It really snaps on pretty easy. That clip goes on the top side. We'll put the clip back on that clip on the bottom side, hook the hoses back up, and you'll be good to go. Alright, there's your finished product, your finished pump, reinstalled. Got the clips snap back on. You stick them in a hole, twist them, and push them up. Those back on. Now I did have to clean that shaft up because I let this thing leak so long and used it outside. You see the rust. The shaft on the motor had quite a bit of flaking on it, and new pump wouldn't snap back on. And I believe we got it cleaned up good enough by using that right there, taking the handle off, getting it up in there, and just cleaning that shaft up a little bit. And you can see the old shaft is cracked. There you go. You can see that crack a little bit in there where there you go. You're not supposed to see that silver dot down in that hole. That's a crack where you can see the ring on the outside. Anyway, maybe that's what caused it to fail. So should be good as new and shouldn't leak now. About any Whirlpool top load washer. That's one of the main things. If it's leaking water, check that pump. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like it and share it, and comments and all that.